Surely that's just a rumor, Sigma. Like, I'm not I'm not saying you're not right, but surely that's just a rumor.
That should be it. We don't know what's lurking inside. Stay vigilant, everyone.
Tracks. Something small crawled here.
Probably the larvae of the giant sandworms, right? This place is bound to be chock full of them. Maybe what happened is that people mistook the human for some subspecies of the sandworms. Not that they're anything alike.
Ugh. Even the memory of being eaten puts a twinge in my nose. I'd rather it stay numb.
Stop fussing over a smell. You'll attract the enemy.
I just heard something. It can't be.
Gallica, which way is the sound coming from?
Shh! Be quiet! No, they're footsteps. Someone's coming this way.
What the?
Keep your guard up.
Who's he?
It's coming back!
Guys, fast!
How do you know where it's hiding?
I think it's gone somewhere.
Are you the man?
It is Shadow the Hedgehog.
Name yourselves.
You mean this is Heismay?
I didn't expect a chief.
He's a chief.
Never seen one in the flesh. We're but another lesser tribe the city dwellers don't care for.
He is actually Shadow the Hedgehog, lol. He's a fairy.
We owe you a debt, it seems.
A Knight of the Crown, are you? Is that why you knew my name?
This is going to be a tough voice to imitate.
Or perhaps you know it from the wanted posters.
Both, actually.
I flee to the furthest depths, and still they pursue me.
I love his animation, like in the sprite.
Where are the people you kidnapped?
What are you talking about? Suppose there's no point standing around chatting with someone after my head.
That weapon. So he truly was part of the Shadow Guard.
Shadow Guard?
Eyes front. He's a knight to be reckoned with.
Did you not see like how quickly he moved?
Here I come!
I love how Will is not like even a little worried about the situation. He's kind of apathetic about it.
I'll not be anyone's captive without a fight.
How do you do that voice, honestly?
I'll have to provide some less delicate discouragement. No hard feelings. Allow me to use this.
And he's doing a Naruto. Okay.
Huh? There's more Heismays?
To push me this far, I did not give you enough credit. But against my mirage arts,
What is he
your
talking
strength
about?
means nothing.
We haven't even like struck him. I get the feeling that his attacks are wavering. Is it just my imagination?
What the? We've got multiple Heismays.
Let's get on with it!
Well, one way to get a pin on everyone.
Go!
Hack and slash!
We can tell when we do wide-ranging attacks. Focus on one at a time.
How about this?
How would I know that? There it is again. I can feel Heismay. What was it? Heismay hesitating slightly when he attacks me.
Captain, they've slowed you down.
Vida's power!
Well, we're going to need to heal this one.
Observe the enemy.
Okay, well, they expect wide attacks, which is unfortunate because wide attacks are a quick way to actually deal with a lot of them, but...
Take this!
I'm barely staying away.
Where'd he go?
Okay, lots of dirty tricks.
Hulkenberg's fighting her anxieties. Keep the enemies off her.
Oh, it was a block because it actually was a clone, huh?
How disappointing.
But that still takes my entire turn.
Can't while Hulkenberg's anxious.
I have my message.
What is this lady?
Captain, they've slowed
Let's
me
go.
down.
By the swan.
Well, 50-50.
Right there.
Alright, actually got the one.
Was luck on your side? Or perhaps...
It's... No, it was a 50-50. Like, we missed like 3 times.
No matter. I can't back down either way. Here I come.
He's like a bat and a rabbit at the same time, huh?
Hulkenberg's
Let us
moving
clean up
slower.
this mess.
Warrior!
Now we know where you are, asshole.
Take that!
I see your
You
game.
gotta aim better than that.
I'll use this.
Oh, please!
Oh!
Come forth, royal soul. Is there another way? Seeker,
He's the only one with a shadow.
scour.
Hulkenberg's
I
moving
stand
slower.
ready. Huh, take this.
A blunder.
I can't afford to hold.
Oh, wait, no, he's kind of low.
Go for it!
Considering the situation, let's make sure Stroll isn't, like, super dead.
I was saving this.
He says he was saving it when in reality he's just spamming it out. Well, we know your tricks now, though. Or at least this trick.
In the name of... I call upon royal power within!
I will fight with pride. Come forth, royal soul.
Any chance you're weak to wind?
Wind.
No.
Allow me to use this.
Huh, take this.
In the name of justice!
Let's try this instead.
Right on.
The freedom
Nice
of a
one,
wanderer.
Stroll.
Giving us the opportunity to give a quick heal to... just Troll is fine.
We're not out of this yet.
Mainly because he's kind of like using his health for damage. And I would like to pass so that we actually use our health for damage.
I see. No common cell swords, are you? 'Tis best used.
Alright. I mean, he's not... If he doesn't switch it up, there is very little opportunity for him to actually beat me.
Warrior! I'll crush you!
Most impressive. You've some grand cause to fight for, I'm sure. But I have my own.
Which is?
I've no intention of being so easily snared.
Where'd he go? He disappeared just like that.
I mean, not just like that. He used a smoke bomb.
Even wholly surrounded, too. Tis bad enough that he's skilled, but we have an environmental disadvantage here.
But the very first thing he did was save us from a human, right?
So it seemed. Had he not stepped in, he'd be rid of us, and not have to bother exposing himself. A passing strange choice for a supposed amoral scoundrel.
Well, we don't know anything for sure yet. Worth noting that the petrification magic didn't kick in either, I suppose.
Petrification magic?
Our names still mean nothing then. The people's support is not yet strong enough to protect us.
Oh, okay.
It's frustrating, but we must press on.
Should we investigate the hut in the meantime? Maybe we'll find some clues about the kidnappings.
Good plan. Let's take a look first.
The inside is pretty sad too. By all appearances, he does live here.
Let's do it.
Perfect. Let's see if we can find any proof that he is a kidnapper.
Doesn't it seem like?
I don't see anything that suggests kidnapping victims are here. Sounds true, yeah.
Huh.
What's this jar? Shall we try opening it? Wait, don't. I've seen such a thing in my travels before. The Yujif tribe has a custom of cremating the dead. They store the bones in an urn for burial.
I see.
That's not your voice, so it's an urn. But judging by the size of it, these are a child's bones. Or another Yujif? He did not go to such trouble for a child he abducted. It is only a theory, but I suspect this may be Heismay's own child.
And so,
He is but a fallen knight and has a price on his head besides. Under such circumstances, he would not be able to manage a proper burial. Why do I have so much trouble reading Halkenberg's freaking voice lines?
This is.
Is this a letter?
What the what?
It says, "To Papa, thank you for always working so hard. I hope you and Mama stay in love forever." Sounds like the writing of a child. If they managed that much script, they must have been well educated.
Oh,
Was this letter written to Heismay? I wonder if this kid saw him as a good father.
mayhap.
So yeah, this guy is actually a good guy, isn't it? Isn't this what's happening? Look. Are these the things bundled in multiple layers of cloth?
Indeed.
Fairly tightly at that. Doesn't seem like anything would break if one were to drop it.
hey,
Now that I look around, everything in this room is bound in cloth, even the floor and walls. Is it necessary to go to such lengths? Strange, the more I think about it.
Strange. That's...
There's the mark, the Shadow Guard. He was a knight. I suspected as much when we learned he was a Yujif. But now... Is it a different group from the ones that you were in Halkenberg?
The truth is...
Titles and honors go to Clemar, or those who resemble them enough. Other knights work in the shadows, their duty is lesser.
I get it now.
Hence the name Shadowguard then. Discrimination even among the knights. So much for our civilized age.
Even so,
The Shadowguards go unseen by the public. Pariahs all, their only focus is skill. And Heismay, he must be dangerously skilled.
So apparently.
I suppose he's been through his own spare of woes. But there's also nothing to clear him from kidnapping charges. We'll have to hear the truth from him.
but
But can we even catch him? He's fast enough to run circles around us.
no.
A direct confrontation would be difficult. Would that he had some weakness we could exploit? We need a way of countering Heismay's ability. Where are some clues in this hat? I don't like the idea of holding the end for ransom. There is a lot of cloth.
In this place.
There's a lot of cloth in here.
Right.
That struck me as well. There's surely some reason. Why does Heismay have so much cloth lying around? To dampen noise?
That's.
Maybe just, yeah,
Aha.
noise, that's it.
Hey.
Do you think those big ears of his are just for show? He's bound to be much more sensitive to sound than we are, and that's how he lives here so safely, I'd wager. In a cave where sounds echo, it'd be easy for him to hear when the human's about.
I see.
I see. So the cloth is a measure against unnecessary noise. Indeed, I've heard it said that the Yujif have excellent night vision and sensitivity to sound.
then
So if we make a noise so loud that even we can hardly stand it,
Nice.
worth a shot.
Right then. Let's get this plan underway.
This is not going to end well.
Heismay! Come out! Show yourself!
12 years old, all of them. Like, Heisenberg is supposed to be the respectable member of the team.
Wow, that's some crazy echo.
Kind of nice getting to let loose. Long as I'm yelling anyway.
Louise! You think you're so bloody untouchable, you bastard?
Hey! Big ugly sandwormy human thing! Even Hulkenberg wouldn't eat you!
No reason to insult the lady.
Rejected by Hulkenberg! The ravenous of the Ninth Order!
She got insulted.
Is this what we've come to? Saying whatever's on our minds? Well,
Gallica, the sound of your wings keeps me up at night. Stroll, you think you're so smart.
I could probably sound something too. No, pass. I'm okay. I'm okay with the current situation. Nope, no reason to pick any of those. I'm okay. I honestly am. I wanna stay out of this. Alright, Stroll, be more careful, I guess.
Stroll, be more careful.
That's right! He's the only reason we're here.
What?
Stroll just had to play the hero and take on the request nobody else wanted.
Gallica,
Oh, I'm the only one playing hero here.
we're just venting.
Ah! Enough! Stop this infernal din!
Wait, he actually just fell?
What do you think would happen if that monster showed up without my ears working? You'd all be dead. Is this blasted bounty that important to you?
Does he have like a stereotypical Romanian accent? Like not an actual Romanian accent, like the thing you do when you do a vampire. Oh, what do you think would happen if that month, like that thing?
Here's our guest of honor at last. It was never about the money. Children are missing. We can't just ignore a kidnapper.
Kidnapper? I see now. As you were saying before, they've named me a kidnapper. A monster preying on children.
if the charges are false, I would hear it. In truth, even I've come to doubt the allegations.
And why is that, Lady Knight?
He's actually got a little bit of an accent, huh?
You've lost a child yourself, haven't you? I cannot imagine a parent who has endured such pain would kidnap children, much less sell them off.
Hold on. I can't trust a man who does nothing but flee. The people responsible for my home burning. Zorba, who forced the dead to fight on his behalf. Anyone who can't face reality themselves is capable of any low.
True enough. If we lived in a world where words alone proved us just, I'd not be living in this infernal cave. I'm sorry, but I won't go to the gallows before I've even honored my son's death. If you'll not leave me be, then we decide this another way.
So you're finally ready to fight us properly.
Draw steel. If I'm to take your life, I'll not do it from the shadows. But if you refuse to retreat, then ready your blades.
We'll make you talk.
Yes, we shall have the truth from you.
Here I come. I'll use this.
Still, let Rick win now. I feel hesitation in Heismay's attacks. Could he be wavering about delivering a fatal blow?
He's not getting away this time.
Perhaps not.
Let's just see how normal damage does.
Your game.
Gotta aim better than that.
Let's stay calm.
Anyway,
With healing power.
I'm obliged.
Helpful as ever.
How about this?
So heavy.
I have my message.
Strength is fading.
My strength.
Captain, they've slowed you down.
So I guess he's more of a rogue kind of enemy, huh?
Take this!
Or like party member.
So, you saw through my illusion. Even so,
He does have like an accent that's kind of like a little vampirish.
I can't afford to hold back. I shall vanquish evil. You'll be dust.
Right on.
how?
It's okay.
Nice one, Stroll.
We can do
Honestly, I really like that.
Let me help.
Well, thanks.
Is everyone alright? I defer to you.
Stroll, your
No
speed's
holding
down.
back.
This should speed up this fight quite nicely, yeah.
Come forth, royal soul.
Both could use a heal, so let's go for it.
I owe you.
I don't really care for hair attacking. Not for any other reason, I don't feel like there's a lot of need for it.
Stroll,
Let
your
us clean
speed's
up
down.
this mess.
That being said,
Neither timid nor arrogant.
I stand waiting.
he does very little damage to...
Show no mercy.
Where am I?
She's confused, which I don't think is going to be...
She can't use her skills like this.
Yeah, that isn't that big a deal.
I'll cut you down. Tougher than I thought.
About 400 damage.
Let's set it up.
Could he be weak to...
Not
Doesn't seem to matter anyways.
charging in. A tough one.
Was my
I'll stay my blade.
I shall vanquish evil.
A blunder.
Not done yet.
Slash.
Alright, a little unfortunate, but we should be fine.
Hulkenberg's lost her memory.
I won't hold back.
She can't use her skills like this.
what?
Alright,
I defer to
you don't need to, like, fight here.
I'll crush you.
There we go, nice and easy.
Then my fight ends here. What are those strange powers you possess?
Speed Dysons, okay, and Sunsil glows.
Tista.
Hulkenberg is very close, so I appreciate that.
How'd you cast spells without igniters? What was that?
We'll have our answers first. Did you really kidnap all those people from the castle town?
Look around you, lad. Where would I keep the victims? Besides, I'm but one man. Kidnapping on the scale you suggest would be damn near impossible.
You're saying you were framed? This case even reached the capital, you know. Why would anyone pin such horrors on an innocent man?
Innocent is more generous than most of the world sees me. A Ujif drifter, a disgraced knight condemned by the Sanctists. What couldn't they pin on me?
Makes sense. We've actually faced that ourselves.
They cast me out, stripped my titles, and put a price on my head. They would even refuse me the right to mourn my child.
And thus, you held back against us, didn't you? You never intended to take our lives. Or perhaps you could not bring yourself to kill a young man.
Just didn't want to make a mess I'd have to clean up.
What do you think? Is Heismay really our kidnapper?
Heismay.
Honestly, I'm not sure.
In truth, every word further suggests to me he is innocent. That being said, 'Tis also hard to imagine the town maintaining a groundless bounty so faithfully. 'Twas the Holy Lady who named the price, and the guard captain who thereby took it to the capital. To end this as a case of mistaken identity would disgrace their word.
I mean, we can just, like, say we didn't find his lair.
You think they must have had a reason to suspect him then? So, what's really going on here?
Sounds to me like between the Guard Corps and Heismay, one of them could be lying. Remember when we first arrived? We almost got killed by a beast they told us would be asleep.
You cannot be suggesting the Guard Corps set us up. Absurd! No, it defies all reason.
Why?
They went to such lengths to place the request.
So you think I'm the one lying, do you?
Like I said, we don't make assumptions. If there's anything else you know, we're listening.
You're a strange lot. Fine. Investigate this as you see fit. And if you think I'm guilty by the end of it, put me in chains. What's the matter? Never tied up a captive before?
Give it a rest, old man. You'll make a better guide than a captive. Otherwise, the human makes a meal of us, and nobody wins.
A strange lot indeed. And... oh, my God, a foul-smelling one to boot.
Oh, come on, don't insult us.
Ugh, don't remind me.
Well, I guess this means Heismay is the new
Sorry, but you'll have to bear with us.
party member, huh?
Don't mind me.
If the charges prove false, you should be cleared. Still, we'll have to find a new head to be judged for the competition.
I mean, there is a huge head, like, right next to us.
Then we'll just find whoever's actually behind it and have their head instead. Let's contact Barden tomorrow, but we'll keep quiet about Heismay. Can't tell if we can trust the guardsmen yet.
There is a human we can kill.
What are we going to do with Heismay tonight? We can't exactly set him up at the inn.
Steady on. You're not leaving me to watch our bounty alone.
Fine. Then Nurus and I can both watch him tonight. Better us than risking our candidate, I suppose.
Never would have guessed that the bounty hunting was part of this plan to take the throne.
There is a huge human we can kill.
And further, you've a Lady of the Knighthood with you. Not to mention command of a gauntlet runner. I sense there's more to this story, hmm?
We're after Luis.
The truth is, we're going after Luis.
Luis, the monstrous child himself, eh? So you're not just grasping at power. You've got convictions. But now the throne's in anyone's reach, eh? Suppose the king's magic wasn't just a myth. Well, hardly matters to an old codger like me. No telling if I'll even live to see the next king crowned.
This is all jolly cheerful. And I'm to be stuck between these two old goats the whole night.
Don't blame me, lad. You volunteered.
Those are some sharp ears. We should probably watch our words in here.
What a terrible day.
Hey,
We should take a bath. I hope Nurus and the others are okay. All we can do now is get some rest so that we'll be ready for tomorrow. Are you worried about Heismay? I don't know how you feel, but... Oh, she sat... Oh, that's cute. She sat on my shoulder. No, no reason to actually, like, get up. That's unfortunate.
Evidently.
So it begins with rumors of safety during a sunflash, and thus the trap is already set. Whatever the case, Heismay is safely in our custody. The others will stand vigil over him, so let us rest while we can.
I'm in trouble now.
Alright. Well... Any intel we might care for? Price of the abandoned tomb. Yeah, sounds interesting.
Oh, I bear good tidings.
If you heard rumors about the mountains of treasures, I think you'd best stay away. There's treasure there, sure, but it's home to some strange ones as well. The ones that poses the real danger in there is the treasure master. That said, I can only guess what it looks like. Apparently, they put you to sleep. You're in for a real bad time if they attack you while you're snoozing.
He's the real skinny.
Rumor has it, there are some accessories that can prevent falling asleep. They sell them at the dodgy Glomhall shop over in Grand Rad. Also, the beast is said to be drawn to money. Some witnesses claim that they were able to escape by tossing coin at it. So that means that the merchant is actually really good against them. Yeah, I was about to say. Now I've heard that somewhere out there are skills that use money. If you had some of those, this fight might go smoother. Lastly, it's called the Treasure Master for some reason. For a reason. As it's said that it carries some particularly desirable loot with it. If you get a chance, you should try stealing from it. I received a scrap of paper inscribed with the information I just heard. So yeah, we're looking for a thief. And it feels like Heismay might be our thief for the group. Okie doke. Well, that's it for today. So they're in for the day. Wait, no. I've got a little bit more to do. Mainly press the save button. Okie doke. And now we can go to sleep.
Good night.
Rest well.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I dreamed we were being chased around by a horde of giant sandworms. I barely got any rest at all. I hope Heismay behaved himself in the Gauntlet Runner. We should go check on him later.
We should probably check on him now.
We also need to get some information out of Barden. But how do we even bring it up?
Are you awake?
Yes.
Barden just sent word. A few children disappeared in the night.
Again?
Wait, but Heismay's in the Gauntlet Runner, right? If he's still bound there, that basically proves he's innocent. But if he's not, we need to get to the runner, quick!
Wait, he's drunk?
Where's Stroll?
Speak, man. Are you alright? Where's Heismay? What happened here? Oh, he reeks of alcohol. Eurus, you old sot, don't tell me you drank yourself to sleep.
Heismay was blathering on about some things I found rather unnerving. So I had a little sup of the spirits to calm the nerves.
Wow, what a mess.
You witless... Maybe some cold water will wake you up, and if that water's not fixed yet, you're really in it!
Wait, why would the water... Is the water broken?
Ah!
Now, what's all the commotion?
Okay, well...
Ah, that was it! He kept scaring me, so I stuffed him into the lavatory to shut him up.
Poor guy.
He says that like it makes sense. Does it make sense to you?
Don't look at me.
Don't look at me.
Anyway, one thing's for sure. Heismay was tied up the whole time, so he never set foot outside, right?
What's all this about frightening Eurus? I cannot imagine you suddenly felt compelled to share ghost stories.
He's a little stinker himself, isn't he?
I heard some strange sounds last night. I could tell they were footsteps, but not any I recognized. If it had anything to do with the disappearance of the residents, it could prove my innocence. That's why I spoke up.
I don't think he's lying. With all that fog, I couldn't find the source of the footsteps, but I found plenty of something else. Children's shoes. It was after midnight. No time for children to be out and about. I had the shoes checked at the guard station, and it looks like they belong to the missing children.
Then 'tis likely those footsteps belong to your true culprit.
But the guard said no one left town last night.
Sounds like they're in on it.
Nobody left? But that must mean the culprit is...
Inside the town.
Inside the town?
Logically, yes.
If that's the case, I'd like to talk to Barden, but how much of this should we share with him?
If you ask me, it's time to lay out all you know. Taking me with you might help your case too.
He's kind of setting himself as a self-sacrifice.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. To bring you before the very man responsible for the bounty on your head. I trust I need not illustrate the risk.
Risk or not, the real culprit's likely one of their own. If you hide me, they'll accuse you of harboring a known criminal. You all had it right. It's time I faced reality. A life on the run leaves no room for me to truly mourn my son.
Heismay.
Whatever the case, let's meet with Barden.
Well, I must say I couldn't hope you'd capture him so swiftly.
He's also got like a sort of katana weapon. Okay.
Something wrong? You don't look well. Got a face like you've just stumbled upon a dead man.
No, it's nothing. Just surprised you caught him.
Aye, you have my thanks. Clearly we were right to trust you. You'll get your payment in full.
Before that, I want to ask you one question. Why was Heismay the only suspect in this case?
You can see he has like an anxious leg.
One of the guard witnessed him firsthand. Go on, Morris, tell him.
On the night of the kidnappings, I spotted a Ujif bolting into the wilderness. Several times. No mistaking a squat figure like that. I'm telling you, what are the chances of there being 2 Ujif brigands in the area?
What did you say?
Okay, not even Barden like believes him.
Strange. I don't recall the kidnapper's tribe being listed on the bounty poster. Even the captain seemed surprised, yet you alone knew this.
He's obviously our culprit.
Most strange. Heismay was already in our custody yesterday. In other words, the kidnappings of last night cannot be his doing.
Is this true?
Captain, I'm one of yours, aren't I? You're not gonna trust this little red-eyed bastard over me, are you?
There's also the testimony from the guard at the gate. He reported no one coming or going from the city.
You scabby bounty hunters think you can mock the guard corps like this? Just take your damn blood money and get the hell out of here!
Blood money?
Fine, fine. Keep your hair on. We'll get to the bottom of this eventually.
Is there a problem here? Barden, may I interrupt?
No problem, ma'am.
Was that? Did you hear it, lad?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Now I see your game, you fiends.
What? He's gone!
He could have escaped the whole time.
Heismay!
Find him! Secure the exits! Don't let him escape!
No good. He's nowhere to be found. What's gotten into Heismay?
I got the impression he sensed something. If he'd meant to escape, he would have done it yesterday.
I think Barden's innocent in all this. The real scumbag here is Morris, his second in command.
Maybe the lady too.
He framed Heismay with a false eyewitness testimony. Must have figured an exiled Ujif would be a perfect scapegoat.
So Morris, a would-be guard of the people, has been kidnapping the residents and selling them off.
Could be. And there's also those footsteps that old Heismay heard in the night.
Nuris is bound to have sobered up by now, right? Let's see how things are outside and get back to the runner.
Are you coherent yet? I didn't take you as the sort to fall so hard into your cups.
Well, an icy bath like that would freshen anyone up.
Okay, if you say so.
And tell us again what happened last night. It may be our only clue to tracking down the real culprit.
Weren't you also here?
Ah, bloody hell. Yes, it's coming back a bit. It wasn't just Heismay's reports that shook me. No. I saw something. It was right after I slung Heismay into the bathroom. Out the window, I saw some massive shadow moving through the fog.
Massive?
It wasn't any beast or man of this world. It was a dark messenger, I tell you. A specter from the very bowels of hell. It was like the horrors of every fairy story from my schoolboy days sprung to Stygian life. I was shaken, chums. Shaken to my core. I cried out for help, grabbed for something to steady myself, and all I found was the bottle.
There. You're all right now.
Even if there is some monster behind this, how would it connect with Morris?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't see why he would be compelled to hide this to the extent of framing Heismay.
Well, there is a thing. And, like, Zorba tried to create chaos. So he created the freaking crystals underneath the cathedral. And also, like, those guards in the beginning, they also wanted people to die from humans so that Luis would get more power. So maybe they want the kidnappings connected to, like, a former knight to cause chaos, and, like, it just doesn't matter. Like, Heismay is an easy target.
True. Let's try investigating the lady's old castle. Heismay's bound to have a reason for bolting off like that.
Weren't we just there? Why did we come all the way back? No good. They said they haven't found Heismay yet, so they can't remove the blockade from the gate. Sounds like he's got them in a wild goose chase.
Spy.
What are our plans then? Should we just sneak in? Ho there! Over here! That sounds like...
Evidently.
This coming from over there. Is he calling for us? Is he the only one legit?
Huh?
Why is Heismay with you? The guard at the gate said they'd not found him yet.
Got to say,
I'm the captain of the guard, and I have responsibility to the truth, to know and uphold it. That's what all this is about.
What folly.
Alright. He's got a little bit of an accent, so we need to be... we need to go a little Dracula, but not a lot Dracula. And we also need to go extremely deep. Could have been avoided all this trouble if you've just looped my head off to start with. Oddballs, the lot of you. I want a deep L. I just want a deep L. Why did you run off so suddenly?
The truth is...
I did some investigating inside. The moment the Lady Joanna cracked the door of the room, I heard the sound of a child scream. And Lady Joanna, well, she is childless. Whatever you heard, it cannot be her own family. No child should get into such heavily guarded castle, I noticed. Your kidnapper has to be within these walls. My manager Maurice, being the weasel, he lied to our faces, trying to get us to walk into a human's jaw.
It's absurd.
Maurice, but that's absurd. You know, he's got a kind of like Scottish accent, but I cannot suffer him to kidnap any more innocent children. Please, will you help me put an end to this evil? I've nobody else to turn to.
Yeah.
Of course. After all, if we can't use your head for the competition, we'll need a replacement anyway. We're in, right, Will? Of course we help you.
I'm in your debt.
And so?
Seemed to us like no kidnapper could get victims into the castle on our watch. not under all our noses.
But then,
But there was an old underground tunnel that even the castle guards didn't know about, and Heismay, the man who found it. There'll be plenty of faces to hide hostages on there. Places. Maurice may have known about it as well. Right under the lady's mansion. That's bold. Okay, let's get to work then.
is that right then?
You should be able to get there from the blind well alley at the end of the cattle market road. I've got to return to my post, but I'm counting on all of you. A well leading to an underground channel.
Isn't that?
Everyone's already to the Batwell alley. We can get there by following the cattle road, so let's go there when we're ready.
What is it?
I'd actually say we're ready right now. Go ahead and give this like a quick save, just for the sake of it. Well, here's my...
Let's go.
I can hear the kidnapped children screaming underneath here. We must help them. Okay, well, off we go, I suppose. So this is the old well that Barton mentioned. We should be able to get down to the underground channel from here.
Ready?
The kidnapped children should be in here. Are you prepared?
Let's go.
Let's hurry. We must rescue the children.
However,
A secret underground channel certainly lives up to the name. It's kind of bothersome that we have like two heavy like voices in the party. The thing with like in the previous game Ryuji, I just like toned up my voice like a little
Keep
to
your
make
wits about you.
Everything's pretty standard.
That solves that.
I basically like went a little louder with Ryuji than my main voice, but now having like a bunch of deeper voices is I don't really have a lot of range.
Come on, get the bait moving already. If that thing goes out of control, we'll be dinner.
you can't run from us.
Please. Help.
The child yet lives.
Out of your jurisdiction now, aren't you? You're trespassers down here. And that means anything that happens to you is your own damn fault.
If you've got something to say it to our faces. Even you must feel the weight of what you've done.
Eyes up. Something stirs in the back.
Are these the monsters we heard about?
No. Further back. 'Tis the footsteps in the night.
The bigger that beast back there grew, the more its watchdogs started changing with it. One of them's gonna make a meal of you.
What has been happening here? Why do you kidnap the residents?
Why? Because premium bait's worth a fortune. I couldn't live on the wages of a guardsman forever.
You kidnap children for money? You utter scum!
This from a bloody-eyed Eugene. Look to your own sins, sir. You weren't just stripped of your knighthood. You were exiled.
Is he going to like awaken right now?
You're a coward who's been living in the hole you deserve. Didn't pretend you can play at justice now. You foil!
No, 'tis true in part.
If we go to D... Oh, no, he's definitely awakening.
'Tis why I stand here now. I ran from my past and turned away from my pain. You prey on innocent lives. Your sin will be repaid. Yet I cannot condemn you alone. Not when I could not see past my own suffering. Not when I locked myself away to be alone with my pain.
O lodestar, who falters in memory, O thou anguished traveler. Thy long stagnant stance hath finally been broken. Now choose thy path.
Choose? My choice is already made. You can't erase your past. All you can do is take it in hand and reshape your future.
Thank you. Thou hast chosen a noble parting. Henceforth, thy fears and insecurities are thy light. O Lodestar, whose light reveals the king's own path, awaken.
I am Heismay Noctul. I believe the arc of life depends not upon birth. By these hands, soiled or sinless, I fight!
Let's see what this guy's about. Kind of like the most chill of the Awakening so far.
Apologies, but I cannot do this alone.
Go! Rip them apart!
On guard!
Like kind of unbombastic, but it's fine. And finally we have a fourth member.
You will not escape me! Out of my way, fiends!
What's going on? He just started fighting with us. And even he awakened to his power.
Perchance 'tis through your influence that this power passed to him, Captain?
Oh, is this what Moore was talking about?
Yeah.
Young man, you seem the most adept with this magic. I will strike at your direction, if you might spare it. Rest assured, I once stood among the Shadow Guard, and the years have not dulled my edge.
I wasn't worried. Alright. I mean, okay, so he's the dark type enemy member. So I'm gonna guess.
Some darker arts.
I'm guessing correctly. Alright. Well, he became a godly support. I guess he's the thief. Like, I'm guessing he's the thief archetype.
Royal power within. You'll be dust. I will fight with pride.
Tetra Breaker? What would that be? Negates one enemy's repel physical. Alright, I see. Doesn't really seem super helpful currently.
Hold forward.
Still up? I stand ready, with blade in hand. Oh, shards of ice.
Let us clean up this mess.
Well, it's weak to ice. Why is this, like, Heismay's first battle? Alright, let's see what happens if we steal.
I'll take this. I'll be taking that.
Why, hello there, treasure.
Okay.
Nice dog.
And we also got an achievement out of it. I could not, like, fully rate it, but...
They're weak to ice. Let's stop them cold.
I'll crush you.
Let's stay calm. Falling back.
Okay, any chance you are weak to wind?
Wind.
No, you're not weak to wind. Okay.
All that we strive for.
Hulkenberg got them right
Be
in their weak
neither
spot.
timid. Now accept your fate. Ha! Die! Apologies.
In the
Would you
name
finish
of
it?
justice.
We probably can just, like, hit it normally and it will die, right?
Hot!
Oh no, Heismay's been
I
worried.
won't hold back.
Any attacks on him are gonna hurt, so cover him.
We're not out of this yet.
My thanks.
My thanks.
I'm obliged.
It was mainly done for Stroll's sake, but...
They read
Hulkenberg,
my strike?
hold yourself together.
It
Looks like
burns.
we can't brute force through this one.
Oh, power of kings. Too much, perhaps?
Doesn't seem like it's worth spending my mana on these enemies.
Hang on!
Like, they definitely cause burns, but...
Time for some close combat. Still here?
I stand ready. Take this!
So cover him!
A worthy foe after all.
Not bad. I'll strive for greater heights.
Why is his archetype level 4 already? Okay, well... Let's go ahead and increase his magic. And the children are saved. We didn't even bother trying to follow them.
Got away.
But the children are safe.
Good. You saved them, Heismay.
You know that I used to have a child of my own.
We do.
My son. He was killed. I could not even protect my own flesh and blood. Who could call me a knight? Since then, I've wondered what I had left to live for, and found few answers.
Is that why you lived in such a dangerous place? That you might be...
We need to chase down Morris first. He said something kind of weird back there, didn't he?
Regarding the watchdogs, he said they gradually turned more horrific the more the monster grew.
Do you think that's the effect of the melancholia? I expect anything further in will be even more malformed then.
But why root all this in the basement of the lady's own domain? Clearly, someone is invested in Morris's efforts. But who would finance this?
The lady?
I can't say for certain. Still, from the very beginning, this has felt beyond the realm of any sane, moral person.
And to think this started as a simple bounty contract. We've set foot in something far bigger, I think.
Let's get these poor youngsters back to Baden for now.
Wait, is this like the end of the... Well, why did our popularity go up? Oh, because we saved the children. After saving the children, I can expect support from the townspeople to grow.